Welcome back to the Real Rob Report. I'm here with Arizona Cardinals running back Tim Hightower. How you doing, man?
Can't complain, man. Life is good, man.
What's been going on during this lockout, man? I mean, you got a foundation? What's been going on?
Training, man. A lot of training. Trying to spend a little extra time with the family. I really don't get a lot of chance to spend with my family being all around in Arizona. So, trying to spend a little bit extra time, with the people who you grew up with, coaches, and doing some stuff like that. And then, like you said, doing a lot of foundation work, charity work, doing some stuff with kids, and just giving back.
This man really does give back. I went to an event of his with David Yermer, and he was giving back to the Japan victims. Great guy. University of Richmond. Where'd that come from, dog?
The U. I call it the little U. The little U. D1 AA little U. I laugh about it all the time. I didn't know anything about the University of Richmond before I got there. But it was just one of those things where I didn't have a lot of offers coming out. I was hurt my senior year in high school, and they ended up being the best thing that happened to me. They gave me an opportunity to play ball and to pursue a dream, a childhood dream of mine, and I'm thankful for it.
I'm a supporter, 804. I'm from Richmond, Virginia, so, I support University of Richmond, man. I went to camp there every year. They charge you $65 for 2 days of up-downs, you know what I'm saying? They kill you, man. But you played with Edgerrin James for a while. It's a great running back. You mentioned the U. You played with Edgerrin James. What did you learn from a guy like that? He's one of the greatest running backs to ever play this game. What did you learn from that guy?
Man, I thank Edge I thank God for Edge every single day of my life. To be able to come in and you come being a guy, a not highly rated guy coming in, you come in with that chip on your shoulder, and you really don't expect guys to look out for you. You really kind of have to expect to kind of figure things out on your own. And from Jump Street, to have a guy like that to be as successful as he had been before, kind of pretty much embrace me and show me the ropes and teach me how to practice the importance of taking care of my body and investing in my body and just learning the game, being smart, and not just going out there and just being stupid and not really knowing what to do with your money, with your body, with just making decisions. To really be able to see him live it, but also hear from him, I think it probably added years on my career, myself personally, and helped me make some of those mistakes I probably would have made.
This 2011 season, hopefully, is going to be happening. What do you plan to? What are your goals? What do you plan to do this year? Again, being in the backfield with Beanie, you guys are a nice 1-2 punch. What are your goals personally?
Man, if I started my personal goals, you probably wouldn't. I got some crazy goals, man. So I keep the team first. Really, I want to win. I want to win the Super Bowl, man. That's first and foremost. I want to win the Super Bowl, and from there, just build on last year. I got this quote unquote fumbling issue. We'll see how that goes this year. I got a plan for that, but just to build on it. To be the best I can be. To push Beanie, we always push. I said if he shoots for 1,500, I'm going for 2,000. That's just that's the mentality that we kind of have with each other. So just to be the best I can be and to build on from last year, and like I said, help my team win the Super Bowl.
How valuable was that experience? You guys played in the Super Bowl. How valuable was that experience being in that Super Bowl?
I mean, it was unreal, man. Just growing up as a kid, I think every child's dream was to play in that game, and to get a chance, off the jump to be able to play in that game. You really don't understand really the significance of it your first year until after you go through a season like we had last year. When you realize how hard it is to get to that point, man, it's not easy, from OTAs and mini camps to, guys, a whole team, 53-man roster coming together for 5-6 months, whatever it is, and winning that Super Bowl. It was special, man, and it really just showed how hard it is to get there and how hard it is. It's not guaranteed that you'll ever get back, So just, I really think just taking that mindset and just remembering what it took and how that felt, and just building that appetite to not be satisfied with anything less than getting back there and winning it.
Not having OTAs, not having mini camps this year. You were a 5th-round pick. I was a 4th-round pick. We were guys that we had to make the team. How hard you think will it be for a rookie, and this year in particular, to make a team?
It's going to be tough. It really is going to have to do a lot with the kind of guys they are. First of all, if they're ready mentally, physically, to transition to the game, but also depending on the kind of guys they have around them. You know, I was fortunate to have guys, like I said, help me transition, but I also took it upon myself to do some of those little extra things and get with coaches. But I remember how helpful, you know, obviously veterans, they really don't like the mini camps and OTAs, but as a rookie, that's your time. You know, that's your time to settle in, to you know, learn the scheme, learn how to practice, learn where to go, where you're supposed to put your helmet at, you know, and all the different rules and regulations, the norms for the team. And to not have that, I mean, I can't imagine not have that going into training camp. But like I said, it's going to be up to them to man up and approach it as a job, and then they will hope that the guys around them kind of help them embrace them and help their transition a little bit.
What does this Cardinal team need to get over that hump? I mean, you guys always seem to be in games, and then you kind of lose it at the end or whatever it may be. What does this team need to get back into the playoffs, to get back into the dance?
We need playmakers, man. Period, point blank. That's what this game is about, making plays. Who's going to make more plays and who's going to stop the other team from making more plays than them. And we got to find guys, myself included, on offensively to step up. And, you know, they can say, okay, we need a quarterback all we want to, but guys got to step around that quarterback and make plays. You got to give him somebody to throw to, give him somebody to hand it to, and make his job a lot easier. Defensively, we got to get off the field, we got to make plays. So we need guys this year to step up and be playmakers and separate themselves as leaders on this team.
You talk about playmakers. Do you think those playmakers were addressed in the draft this year?
It's hard to say. I mean, I'm one of those guys where I don't really buy into the hype, you know, because you never really know. You can get a six round guy who you don't really expect, but has the mindset of a Hall of Famer, and he's going to come in there and give you everything that you never even thought he could do and more. But then you have another guy who, you know, it just depends on the guy's mindset. So I'm a show me type guy. You know, respect is earned, in my opinion. So I hope they do. Like I said, I want to win a Super Bowl, so I'm not rooting against nobody. I hope they do, but you know, we'll see when the time comes.
Everybody's basically giving you guys Kevin Cobb right now. They're basically saying you didn't draft a quarterback because you're going to get Kevin Cobb or Carson Palmer or whatever it may be. Have those guys showed you enough that maybe they can win a Super Bowl? I mean, they don't have them either.
You know what? Like I said, I don't buy all that hype, man. I just don't. You know, it would be nice. I don't know much about Kevin Cobb. I don't speak negatively about anybody else. I don't know much. Again, you got to show me. You know, I'm with Beanie, man. John Skelton was the guy who I knew last year. That's who I knew. That's who was in the locker room. That's who was in the trenches with me. And that's at the end of the day, that's who I know. The other guys I don't know. They got to come in and fit in. They got to come in and transition, and you don't know how that transition is going to be from guy to guy. So, like I said, I don't know much about them. We'll see when that time comes. But like I said, I'm not sold on the hype just yet. I want to see the results, and I want to see when time shows.